Hey everyone, today I'm checking out the newly released playtest for the game Into the Darkness, brought to you by the same devs who created Cooking and Thief Simulator. Basically, it plays a lot like a mishmash of some of the best features in top VR titles, all blended into one well-executed product. Like immediately, the resemblance to Boneworks is apparent with the full body inverse kinematics. You also got the heart system from Half-Life Alyx for the health, as well as its yank to pull items mechanic. And in addition to the multiple storage locations on your person, it also's got the Contractor Showdown backpack system, which as you can see, I'm storing some health syringes that you've also seen in that game as well. It's also got a budget cut style knife where flipping it around lets you auto-aim throw into the robots' faces. And it's got a slow-mo button like Blade and Sorcery, and you can even chop off limbs much like that game as well. I liked how the robots would still try to attack you despite losing their arms and legs, even so much as crawling on the floor zombie style like Saints and Sinners did, if I recall correctly. I also felt like the bow and arrow was a little useless. I mean, I tried to put it in my backpack, tacked as a quiver, but it didn't quite work. You had to like pull them out manually. I don't know if I was just doing it wrong, but I just didn't seem like it really needed it when you had a gun. Now at this point you might be thinking it's just to copy my homework but change up the answers so it doesn't look like you copied Sorge's situation, but I don't think there's anything inherently wrong with taking the best features from other games, so long as they take it and make it their own. Like for example, I really enjoyed this segment where you take your ice picks and you have to scale the wall and then slide down the wire with them. I hadn't seen a VR game do that yet. So for me it's gonna come down to how the story ends up playing to see if it'll just be a clone or a game to contend among all the other greats. Unfortunately, it is a playtest, so the storyline wasn't included, but you can kind of get a sense of how it'll play out. Now mind you, being a playtest also meant that I encountered a couple bugs and issues. It being full body physics like Boneworks came with a lot of the same sort of unavoidable issues those games have, like clipping or issues grabbing the wrong things, or it being awkward to force pull sometimes. Or like here, I ended up crashing and having to restart the whole playtest, which kinda sucked. I ended up redoing it all and going further than here, but I realized I wasn't filming, and when I died, I got respawned here right anyway. Which, when I tried to start again while filming, ended up crashing the same spot. There wasn't much else though. There were some more aggressive enemies that had guns, you could get an assault rifle style gun, and it had a puzzle segment that sort of worked like Half-Life Alyx's find the energy core to turn the electricity back on type thing. I would have gone back to show y'all, but the section right before where it crashed twice was super annoying. You needed to jump on this wire and slide down, but it was too high up and required you to do a running jump, which was a bit finicky for me. It's definitely something to keep your eye on though, especially since it's just a playtest at this point. I really hope they focus on delivering an engaging story so that it really stands out from Boneworks. But anyway, that's all for now. Space Code out. Peace.